Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Blazing Football here. We are going to do the match review and the player ratings for the match Man City versus Liverpool. Okay, let's go to the new champions, Liverpool. What do you think about this match?
I think Liverpool could not really capitalize on the opportunities that they had got, and Liverpool made few mistakes for which Manchester City punished them. And I think they were the better side, so it was an obvious.
Okay, so
uh,
yeah, Ashwath, I think it was unexpected for you that you actually won 4-0 against the new champions. What do you feel?
It was unexpected for both the clubs, seriously. Like neither of us thought we'll perform that way. So it was a total surprise. And as Adi said, we used those opportunities to score the goals. Like if you just look back at this season, the number of chances we created and the goals we converted were really low. And it used to be like 20, 25 chances that we created in a game, and we never even got to score a single goal in few matches. And in this game particularly, we were able to score like exactly those chances that were created. So I think that helped us win this game.
Okay, so Aditya, what do you think that went wrong? Like, was the attitude not right, or was the player not serious because they have already won, or it was just at that moment that you couldn't take the chances that you got?
I think the first 20 minutes of the match, Liverpool were equally good, and Mohamed Salah hit the post, and Sadio Mane couldn't really convert the chance he had got. But as soon as Liverpool made one mistake there was a mistake by Joe Gomez, which resulted in a penalty, and which would have changed the whole complexion of the game. And then later, Manchester City made sure that they were they used that lead really well, and Liverpool tried scoring, but then I felt Manchester City were faster in the midfield. They moved the ball really well in midfield, and Liverpool were not as good as they were in the midfield. And City were like had probably their best performance, especially for the third goal. Phil Foden's finish,
Yeah.
the link up play between Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden was fantastic. So it was a great victory. I'm not saying that everyone in the team underperformed. There were a few who didn't really perform well, and that resulted in what the score was.
Okay. So I think let's get right into the player ratings now. Let's start with the home team, Manchester City. Let's start with the goalkeeper, Ederson.
So Ederson, I think has had a decent game. So it's like, yes, he did make few mistakes, and it could have been. Liverpool could have scored from those mistakes, but he also equally, made few saves, some good saves. So I think it was a solid performance by Ederson, and I'm going with a 7 for Ederson. And Walker, I think, at the right back, Walker. Maybe I'll go with a 6.5 because like Walker seemed a bit off yesterday. Uh, I felt like it was not his best game because he left the space for Mane to run behind the defenders, like, and that seemed very vulnerable. So I think, yeah, that it was not his best game. It was like okay, average performance from Walker. So I'm going with a 6.5. And Laporte and Garcia were very solid. They helped us, like clear few balls, and they were solid enough to not let Liverpool players run behind them and score easy goals. Like they were at the right spot at the right time to clear the balls. Uh, I'll go with a 7 for them. And Mendy had a good game. I hope so because he covered up Salah and Arnold very well so that they don't make or create some good chances, or they are the threat on the right side of the pitch. So he made sure that they don't run behind him or create some dangerous chances for Firmino or Mane. He also was very good in crossing the ball. He made few great crosses throughout the game. He made 4 or 5 crosses which could have been scored very well. So I'm going with 8 for him. And
Gundogan.
Rodri, 1. And as you know, we played a pivot of Rodri and Gundogan. And unusually, it used to be Rodri who drops back and helps the defenders. And in this game, it was Gundogan. So he pushed back and he played near Ederson. It was to give us a numerical advantage in that position. So Rodri was Gundogan. He made sure that he distributed the ball to the right person. And Rodri, as you know, he has a physical presence in the midfield. He can defend well. That throughout the season, if you just see whenever we played Gundogan and Rodri, never used to work. The connection between them was not very great. It never used to be great. And in this game, I think they have got they've got it right. So they both were solid and good. They did their job perfectly. I'm giving them both 8.
Okay.
And De Bruyne, he was given a free role yesterday. He didn't exactly play as a central midfielder. He was given he actually played near Jesus or behind Jesus at times, and he switched positions with Foden at times. And we all saw how he played. So he provided an assist and he scored a goal. I think it's one of his best performances, and I'm giving him a 9.5.
Okay.
And Foden is the one we need right now. As you saw yesterday, how he kept Robertson very engaged in the field. He just to give us a support in the midfield, he just dropped in and gave us a support for De Bruyne and Gundogan, and he carried the ball very well. I think so. Plus, you just look at him and you think that he's the exact David Silva replacement. And as you see, you look at Foden and you think that he's exact David Silva replacement, and I think he deserves a 9 for this game. And Sterling was the surprise package of this game. I never expected him to score a goal, or he performed great. I didn't expect this from him. From my side, I think it's very easy to give scores. Everyone except for Jesus, everyone played, they did their job and they did well. So I think I'll go for a 8.5 for Sterling. And Jesus, as you know, he pressed well. He pressed the opponents very, well. And I think he's not the one who is the sharp shooter like Aguero, who can score from tight angles. He's more of a tap-in player, and I think he didn't perform very great, and he should have done well. But I think he seemed a little, underperforming, and he was not very energetic and all also. So I'll go with a 6.5 for Jesus.
Okay.
And the substitutes, I think Otamendi and Bernardo Silva came in after 80 minutes. So I don't think they did much to influence their game. And I mean, when we speak about Mahrez, yes, he did give us. I mean, he could have scored the goal. It should have been 5-0, but it was ruled out. Uh, yeah, he did what he could in the last 15 minutes. Like, there's nothing. I mean, it was nothing exceptional, but still he became a little threat on the right side. I think so. So that's my ratings for my players.
Okay, I also want you to rate Pep Guardiola for this game.
10 out of 10.
Okay, cool. The next Liverpool. Let's start from the goalkeeper, Alisson.
I think Allison is, I mean, he directly did not make a mistake which led to a goal. But then I felt for the third goal which Foden scored, he could have
Yeah.
stayed on the line because the moment he came in, it gave Foden the option of chipping, I mean, putting the ball over him. So had he stayed on the line, maybe, Van Dijk was trying to cover the ground and Foden would have had a tighter angle to finish in that case. That
Uh,
is one thing. And
yeah.
even in second half, De Bruyne missed a header. I mean, there was a
Yeah.
misjudgment by
Yeah.
Alice. He came front. So I'm gonna go give him a 5, not more than that.
Okay. Right back,
And
Alexander Arnold.
and actually, even for the last goal, I mean the fifth goal, which was disallowed,
Yeah.
Allison missed it in the near post. So I think if that would have, that he could have actually saved. So in my opinion, I would say that the fifth goal being disallowed was the highlight of the game for me because there was nothing else I could celebrate about.
Okay. The right back, Alexander Arnold.
He wasn't really that good, honestly speaking, and he was very less influential yesterday, and he did, lose the ball for a goal. So that's the thing. I mean, so I think I'm gonna give him a 4.
Okay. Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez, I think he played just for 45 minutes. I mean, he got substituted in half time. So first goal, I think he could have uh, done it better. He didn't really have to. I mean, it was his mistake which led to a penalty. Indeed, it was a penalty. So that was one thing. And even in the second goal, Sterling actually scored, shot the ball through his legs. So I'm gonna give him a 4 again.
Okay.
Only because he was there only for 45 minutes. Maybe if he had played more, he could have revived himself or something. But then I'm gonna give him a 4.
Okay. Van Dijk.
I don't really think Van Dijk made a mistake as such for any of the goals, and he made a goal line clearance as well. So Van Dijk was probably the only player who stood up in the back line, who actually performed. None of the rest even showed up yesterday. So I'm gonna give him a 6.
Okay. Robertson.
2. Andrew Robertson, I'm gonna give him a 2. I mean, see, the thing is, I remember for Foden goal, it was I don't know what was wrong with him. What did he do? What did he think? He took the biggest gamble of leaving Foden alone and going for the ball. That was very unusual of him, which I didn't really expect he would do either, because he's good defensively as well. But I don't know what went wrong, and I don't really. I think Klopp will you know tell him what he has done and tell him that was something unacceptable. So I'm gonna give him a 2, not more
Oh,
than that.
okay. Fabinho.
Fabinho was good. I mean, he played really well in the midfield. Even he was when the score was 0-0, he was actually you know controlling the mid very well. But then he had to go play in the centre back position once Klopp made the substitution in halftime. I'm gonna give Fabinho a 6.
Okay. Henderson.
Henderson also had a decent game. I mean, it wasn't really bad. He didn't put a foot wrong. So, and he Henderson actually should have had an assist, but thanks to Mane. Mane missed this goal. So Henderson was fine in my opinion. So again a 6.
Wijnaldum.
Wijnaldum, I'm gonna give him a 5. Because it was Wijnaldum who lost the ball, which led to a goal. So I felt Wijnaldum was very less influential yesterday, and maybe Navigator should have started. Like I
Oh, okay.
said in the preview, maybe Klopp would have gone with Keita because I think Keita would have played well, would have played better.
Okay. The front three. Let's start with Mane.
See, the thing is, Mane got into a lot of very good positions. I can give him credit for that. I mean, he made very good runs and he had his attacking instincts, but then his finishing was very poor yesterday. And I remember in second half, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he missed. I've never seen him miss goal like that. So I mean, he should have just shot the ball. I don't know what he did, what went wrong. So I'm gonna give him a 5.
Okay. Firmino.
Firmino was decent. I mean, I'm not really sure whether I can, criticize Firmino for for not scoring. But he did, he did link up very well with Salah and Mane in the first half. So I'm gonna give him a 6.
Okay. Salah.
Man of the match, indeed. Masala was man of the match in Liverpool. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
he was the best player for Liverpool. So he was. I mean, he hit the post and he had, he held up very well. He kept the ball. He tried his best. I mean, he did whatever he could. The rest of them were really not that good for Liverpool. But then Salah really did very well, and I would give him a 7.
Okay. Now to the substitutes.
Oxlade Chamberlain, yes, he did score an own goal, but I can't really blame him too much for it. And he was fine. I mean, for the 45 minutes he played, I think I'm gonna give him a 5.
Okay.
And the next substitute was Divock Origi and Naby Keita, who came together in the 62nd minute, I suppose. Divock Origi wasn't. I mean, he tried his best actually. I mean, there was a moment where he tried to turn around Laporte, and I mean, I could see that he was trying to do try to he was trying to do something. He was trying to get one behind for Liverpool, get a goal for Liverpool. So I'm gonna give him a 6.
Okay.
And Naby Keita, I remember there was a dribble which he did near the line, which was something really good. And I felt, and actually, there's an interesting stat: the fact that Naby Keita played for just 30 minutes, and he was the one who actually put forward passes. He made 13 successful forward passes for Liverpool, more than anybody else. So Naby Keita, I felt, was really good after he came back. He kept the ball really well and he retained the ball. He didn't lose the ball much. So I'm gonna give him a 7.
Okay.
and Nico Williams. Nico Williams. Nico Williams had a. I mean, he had a cameo. He didn't really play for a long time, and he was good. I mean, I'm gonna give him a straight six. I mean, he didn't make any mistake as such. And the last and final substitution was Takumi Minamino. Takumi Minamino, he was fine. I mean, I don't really think he had a very clear chance. There was a chance where, the ball came to him and it just fell directly in the hands of Ederson. That was unlucky. I mean, I felt, you know, uh, those 50-50 chances, I don't think Liverpool had it in their favor this time. But then again, City were much faster than Liverpool were in midfield and they moved the ball much better than Liverpool. And it is Liverpool's mistake that caused the goals. And I think even Liverpool had a lot of chances. I mean, they did make few mistakes. Manchester City had a few misplaced passes, a lot of them in second half, in my opinion. But Liverpool couldn't really punish how City punished Liverpool. And at the end of the day, goals is what matters. And they were clinical, we weren't.
Okay, lastly, Klopp.
I don't really blame him. I mean, he played his best team. I mean, he wasn't like, okay, it's fine, we have won the trophy. He played his best team because he knew he wanted to win. So he played the strongest 11, and the I'm sure the tactics, the planning, I mean, what he wanted them to do on the field were clearly visible in the first 20 minutes. In fact, first 20 minutes it was Liverpool who had really good chances, and then slowly, Manchester City took the control. So Klopp, I'm gonna give him a 9. I don't really think I can blame him much.
Okay. That is all, guys. That is the player ratings and the match review for the match Man City versus Liverpool. If you feel the ratings are correct, please comment down. If you want to give your own ratings, please comment down. That is all for today. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.